Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights of today's LPL 2025 Split 1.
Telegraphed you, very obvious what's going to happen. Way, potential gank. That plant spawn on Vision should give Setup some knowledge if he's paying attention. Grasping
the slow.
wild. The deadly spines land, gets a shield with this cleave. Flash forward for the auto, but has got the E going back. I think he's just dead the moment he returns. Deadly Spines mistimed, and Setup gets at various points there on the same side of the map, ironically, just on different quadrants. Way, though, then goes for an invade themselves. Can see whether there was a Gromp up. It's not. Sejuani goes back to her Raptor respawn. Can pick up a bit more CS as they go. Looking for a dive now on Hoya. Wrap around behind, can look to crash down on the level 5 Rumble, who's burning as best they can, but it's not really doing all that much damage. An easy kill donated over to Elk.
Clean dive. One of the best things about BLG was how they went about dives last year. That's Braum passive onto the Cassante after the W's gone down, but not sure he particularly wanted that. If he could have got a Q3 bop into tower, looks a lot better there. But smite away from Beichuan. Wei might be in a bit of trouble now. Has to flash out because of the teleport.
Yep, that's the additional thing. Didn't get the camp either, which is a bit frustrating for the Zyra, but of course with no flash and Setup with lane pressure, you can go hunting for that deadly rose.
They can. Is anyone coming to help? No, he's just going to try and find a way to recall potentially. Comet just went down. He might be able to get an execute if he goes under turret. He needs to not be on this one though. Feather will end up getting it.
Oh no!
Auto attack.
No! Feather flash for that as well.
Feather flashes, does not get the Q or the auto attack execute for Wei, who makes it out with a 0-sum. Anything else to really keep an eye on? TT though. Roaming around with the Sejuani Braum, very happy with playing around them as a duo. Do need to be a little bit careful with the Rel though.
Do, as they are fighting over that Vision that we talked about. Crash down from on. The wards that BLG just fought for, swiftly removed in turn. 1xN caught under this tower though means that Corki first to roam. Elk here, remember could get first bloods. Grub nabbed, there goes the Glacial Prisoner into the Equalizer. Huge damage to the Fate Seal back is beautiful from Thunder Talk. As BLG looking a little worse where Knight is taken. Flash from the Rumble on in. And if that was a chess game, you lost 3 of your pieces.
Oh, it's really just about that huge combo, isn't it? We won for that. Yes, one of the things for TT really need to keep an eye on is the fact that even though they are technically winning the macro state of the game and they've gotten XYZ, they've got a lot of individuals they have to keep an eye on, like Bin making plays like this.
Flash Path make it into an all-out. The Equalizer is just to the wave. Knows he's dead to rights. The combo is good. The lane gank is fantastic. Even with that control wall behind in the lane, it doesn't stop the play. Bin finds his moment.
Good play though from Hoya to at least say, alright, I'm going to kill as much of the wave as possible with my ultimate. It's not about champion damage. Stop them from forcing onto the tower and using the demolish of the Cassante to get him that individual gold.
No flash, remember, on Wei. Where is the arrow coming? Comes on down. Wei now in danger. I think that's just a dead Zyra. Good pick off.
The Zeke's convergence, the aftershock, the Ash Arrow, Sejuani becomes an assassin with a bit of help. Okay, Wei, this is why they're 2-0 in the first place. They have found their feet very well in this first split.
And I think we've done a lot of time praising people like 1xN and Feather coming from the LDL and being excited for those rookies. And again, part of that is
and see though that Elk is now getting some good gold from that bot lane turret. BLG, they are very good at cross-mapping. TT, credit to them. They're not immediately going towards those grubs on spawn. They'd rather get themselves the turret plate gold while they can. They know the grubs are kind of guaranteed for them. Strong early game. They are going to give up the first turrets. That will be feats of strength over to, well, one of the feats of strength over towards BLG. However, with the grubs taken from TT on the other side, if they get all 3 of them, they will be able to secure the overall feats of strength.
Exactly that. They managed to pick up a dragon and the first set of grubs. Second set coming along pretty well here as into the tower goes Setup. At least they combine into and under into some weird word, but that doesn't really matter. I feel like my sentiments came across anyway. Nice arrow from 1xN. Forces on into a slightly tricky position, but they mount up and get away with a bit of Ferromancy.
Not really sure that's the play you want to make without the Equalizer. If you have in terms of their combat effectiveness, for now though, I think TT have the power spike and they can, if they want to force it.
Trying to get onto this tier 1 top side, but TT not giving up for free. Hoya has roamed as well with the wave shoved up bot side. Has got this opportunity to turn up, and I think this could be a massive equalizer moment. BLG, you have overplayed your hand here. Teleports come on in, but a flash forward in the barbecue will leave On Way out to dry. On spotted by the Hawk shot. Knight coming on over, but is on Vision as well. I don't know whether the Achu slow will be enough as Feather speeds himself up, looking for a Q. Cannot get on top of the Iron Horse.
2 points. BLG, you don't have the power spike. Why are you choosing to put yourself in danger there? 2, they only lose 1 kill, so I guess we can take it back.
Woo! Knight has to flash, he's just dead anyway.
Oh, gets the assist coming through from Feather. It was just praising BLG, saying, oh, well, they're playing into the extra power spike, but at least they own it, while the Smolder didn't have anything to their name either. Some big, arrogant plays coming from BLG, overestimating themselves potentially. Now Bin's getting TP'd on. He was the one that had a lot of value against him, and now suddenly he's been stunned up.
Trying to go all out, gets Ash over the wall, but 1xN cleanses, keeps running. There's a heal behind, Feather's coming on over, and I just don't think you can keep running. Hoya's here as well, puts on the afterburners, and a scrap shield and a flame spitter brings down that Cassante. 4-2-1 now. This Rumble might not be picking up all the farm, but despite being weak side, has picked up a lot of kills.
Oh man, TT, they are going from strength to strength.
Not unlike something like the Nautilus, in the sense that you are tanky when you go in, when you get Aftershock, when you get your stats from your Magnet Storm. You do not get to be tanky if you're just walking in like this.
Yep.
Dead to rights, 1xN going to be donated the kill, possibly actually that Rumble. It's not. Beige1 lands a Glacial President into the Equalizer. This combo is filthy. The Stranglethorn to be nothing, and Wei dies for a 5th time this game.
How good are TT following up on these plays? Are not respecting that nearly enough. We're now at a point where, you know, you look at the gold advantage at the top of the screen, getting towards a healthy 4,000 gold and upwards of that. BLG, we said they will maybe get themselves back as good as they are at team fighting.
They've lost a lot of turrets, and it gets a lot harder to keep your AD carries and your Zyra safe if you don't have turrets. Glacial Prison lands, the crash down from On keeps them alive. Stranglethorns is good. On to 3, Bin now looking up. Beige1 going now, Arctic Assault away. The Equalizer is solid though. BLG just don't have enough damage to kill anyone up.
But I don't think this is a problem, because what did we say? BLG very good at cross-mapping. They do enough to force TT off the map. This could be the moment which BLG were waiting for. It doesn't necessarily look like
Towards
it right now. And the problem here is it's a top side, blue side Atakan. You can't go through this wall. Rather, that's the wrong thing which I was trying to click on. But you can't go through there. You have to go up the river instead. And now they might have to go for a Zyra flash steal.
Looking for an angle. His setup doesn't get the best option. The Equalizer also not super great, but it does prevent easy access through that choke point. Smolder calls it in Mother, but Feather blocks it with a door and says you can't join this particular
No soliciting here. Feather is down very low HP. TT might have just... Hang on. They might have just leashed it.
They need to go play this one. A big turnaround, though! Murders them, weighs out. There is no smite. And they get another Q3. The Mortal Steel will bring down another Knight meets Hoya. And the Rumble brings down the man on the horse. Dragon dies despite the name, and now we're off towards TT picking up the Atakan. It looked ugly for a second, but Setab hits them all with an ultimate.
Well, for BLG, it's looked ugly the entire game. TT, they call BLG's bluff and say, all right, you're looking for your turnaround fight, come fight Atakan. They can't clutch it out, BLG, in a rare instance of them flubbing a team fight, and now they are significantly far behind. They've done such a good job of clawing their way back into the game. Atakan will be claimed by TT. They have themselves the GA now. BLG will have to reset and get themselves a huge problem.
And feels that Wei as well has just really struggled to play this Zyra game. Don't get me wrong, TT have gunned for the Zyra. It is not easy when you get hit by any CC as a Zyra this game, but still 0-6-2, had flash.
Anyway, now we have 6 grubs on TT.
It's the same person.
Yeah, we're actually the same person speaking. It's ventriloquism now.
Yeah, it's really cool. Mild amount of schizophrenia.
You're witnessing a mental breakdown happening on air, folks.
It's because we're watching BLG lose in ignominious fashion, breaking my LPL brain.
Leading the charge in such a great way.
So good.
Look, you go back 2 years ago, I would be calling Beige1 to maybe getting replaced. He was not playing well. Now he's having such a great game here after having a great game on the... hang on a second.
Knight as well forces the flash. The Equalizer after onto Waves down to 10% HP. The withdrawals come on through. That's actually pretty good value as 1xN tries straight on back. Fate Sealed over the wall, trying to go into the Elk, and they can't quite get either AD carry. Lots of flashes burned. Elk, Knight, and Way all down theirs, but 2 withdrawals pop.
Which helps just a little bit, but it's going to be quite difficult for them to really retake the pit.
They're going to have to try. Remember, no flashes on key members. Knight over the wall. Glacial Prison is wide, but the Equalizer is beautiful. Beige1 goes flashing on him with an Arctic Assault, and Wei is immediately cut short. Set up into the backline with the Soul and Bible will go right back. Elk and Knight still alive, though. Hoya, though, an absolute terror. Does so much damage with just an E or 2.
Yeah, you see that choke point so deadly against the heavy CC and the Equalizer. It's one of the reasons why Rumble is so meta. BLG, they do, however, keep almost everyone alive. They do have Knight at full HP. They don't have a smite, but can they fight? I think actually with that E landing onto Elk, maybe they can't now.
It's just so dangerous. Feather stepping forward, does not have the Glacial Prism, but can do a lot of work. They'll TP back on him, but they have no smite. They have to get the fight. Hoya going to get picked up by Bin potentially here, but they'll still lose Baron. Goes down, setup threatens the backline. Knight has at least got stacks at this point, but On is turned off. Bin in a 1v3 is just not winning this one anymore. The resists go down as he goes all out. Hoya survives, and they lose 2 more.
How often is it you see BLG miscalculate so many of the big fights? Yeah, an early game goes wrong now and then, but it really feels like the big fights are where they come back into it. BLG have lost the plot this game, and TT, real credit to them. They come in as underdogs, but they've come in all cylinders blazing. Well, that's all guns blazing. A lot of gold on the Cassante, and we know exactly what he can do with the Cassante. Just can't quite finish off the kill, and you can't do it alone is the bigger thing.
This would be Infernal Soul as well for Thunder Talk. At this point, it is pretty much a foregone conclusion that Thunder Talk are going to win this game. And I'm not going to beat around the bush too much, guys. This Sejuani, this Yone are both critically far ahead. The Rumble has come back into the game, despite being horrifically weak side, and everything else is going exactly as planned. Yeah, you've got damage beginning to come on through for BLG, but how easy is it going to be to continue to get it down when the rest of the team is very, very scary?
They just have the damage for that, mate.
No, I mean, 3 items on Knight.
You do not have the facilities for that, big man. See that there's a lot of luxury gold coming in for TT as well. They have, oh my god, another fantastic ult.
Elk going to be forced out of this play. The Stranglethorns is good, but it doesn't really do much but buy a bit of time. Setup coming on over. And this Yone, 2 levels up, nearly an execute on Feather, flashes away. A Knight with 3 items could still be dangerous.
Yeah, he absolutely can, but he just doesn't have the platform to play around. I mean, you have one front line in the Cassante, the Rel does not count.
Knight
Setab
is about to fall out, has to flash away. The Immortal Shield Bow will keep him away from Execute Threshold, but that's another flash off Way and off Knight again.
Really trying to force this plant to be put down to sapling status. 0 and 7 for Wei. He has been uprooted this game. TT have been so good at tracking him, responding to him, and the rest of BLG have really struggled to make it. There's a flank TP. They're going for it. This is their one play. Flank TP from the Smolder.
And there is no Yone here. He's looking for the inhibitor. Knight has to flap away. Baytron will likely die, splitting off the rest of the team as Knight. Blast Current out, looking for a Chew, gets a slow on 2, but they only get 1. They don't quite lose the inhibitor.
Had a great split over there in the LCK Cup. I'm really excited, though, to see that Baytron, who has not necessarily been the first person I look towards on this team, having such a great game, leading from the front with Sejuani. Got an Elder Dragon in 3 minutes. BLG are still holding on. They still need to close this off. Let's see if they can find another fight throughout the choke point.
Arrow lands onto On. He's likely in danger. Way running away, gets the Stranglethorns down, but I don't know whether that will keep him alive. Going to get some more damage again onto this Rel, who does not survive any longer. Setab follows up. Support, jungle down.
Fantastic force again. Yeah, Baytron misses the ult, but everyone's on the same page. As we said, coherency has been the name of the game for TT, and BLG are not playing to the same rhythm. Wei has been completely off tempo. 0 and 8 now on Zyra.
Not quite my tempo, and BLG are getting whiplash. Setab came in to replace Yukal, a frankly middling player in the LCK. Not right here, not today. Matching toe-to-toe with Knight, this Yone has forced flash after flash, been such a scary diving threat. Nexus turret number 1 falls, Permafrost goes down onto Bin, who is in his namesake. On goes in with a Magnet Storm, but it's in a teacup. It means nothing at this point of the game, and the little dragon that cannot, gets a decent little Super Scorcher breath, but Setup again steps forward, feels empowered to do it. The equalizer onto Elk, the Valkyrie outpace one, forces another little Valkyrie away just into Execute Threshold. They'll get one.
Can they finish it?
Is obscured, is going to go down. Surely Elk and Knight have to hold the line. TT split to make it too hard to stop them. And Thunder Talk walk the walk.
Oh, the Thunder has left BLG